Hi, this is Josh, the owner of Shamma Sandals, and today on Run With Us, we're going sprinting.
Can we be done now?
Today's episode of Run With Us, we are sprinting, and this is actually something that I've been trying to make happen for, it seems like, a couple of years. I've always believed that you can run fast in the sandals, and I've wanted to share that. And one of the things that I do besides going on longer runs is I do sprinting workouts. We're going to measure the track first, see how long it is, and then we're going to get started on the run here in just a minute. I've got my rolling tape measure, and we're going to see how long this little course is. So here we go. One of the nice things about this little course is that it's got a little bit of an uphill to it, and it really forces you to pick up your feet. Plus, with the fact that you're sprinting, it's really easy on the joints, really easy on the knees, and it kind of forces you into a better technique, and it's going to help you when you're in your regular running too. So anyways, I think it's a really good workout. The other thing about this workout that I do is, so I'll usually do a jog. I'll jog up the course once, and then I will walk it back and come to full rest. Then I skip the second interval, and then I walk it back, and then I will sprint 5 times and walk it back. Now I always make sure I get back to basically full rest. I'm not trying to kill myself here, and it's hard enough just doing that, but I'm more interested in each time I sprint that I'm sprinting my best technique, and I'm giving my best effort on each sprint. So I'm less worried about the cardio, but I'll get plenty of cardio. Anyways, here we are. Here we're at the finish line. So we're at 416 feet, and this is usually what I consider my finish line. So if we want to get to 150 yards, I have to go right here. And so what usually happens is I hit that spot, and that's when I start to slow down. So anyways, we got our course measured, and we're gonna head back and do our first pass. It's just a beautiful time of the year to be doing this. I definitely recommend doing this little exercise when it's cooler out. I've done it you don't want to do it too close to a meal. You don't want to do it too close to if it's too hot. So this is definitely a great exercise for first thing in the morning. The best kept secret of Santa Cruz is that our best weather is really in October. September and October gets a little bit it's a little bit cooler in the mornings, but it's clear. We don't have the fog, and it just makes for really pretty days. So anyways, this first pass is going to be at about 70%. I'm just gonna cruise up there. I'm just trying to get warmed up. So here we go. This one will be fun and easy. There, that was good. Nice and easy, a nice little trot. Willie, you don't look so good.
Don't feel so good.
So on that one, I'm just trying to get warmed up. So we finished our 3/4 speed warm-up jog. Now we're going on to the skipping. The skipping is something that looks a little bit silly, but I think it's good. It gets you way more stretched out and ready for the sprints. My therapist, Jeff Moreno, he says if people skipped everywhere, they'd never have knee problems. And it's great because it gets you to just speed up that contact time on the ground. You look a little silly doing it. I've tried to get my brother to do this workout with me in the past, and it was always like pulling teeth. I'm just gonna skip up to that previous. Okay, so not so hard. So when I'm doing my skipping, things I'm looking for is I'm trying to make sure I land under my body, and for me, that I don't push back here at the knee to where my knee locks out completely. I want to get close, but not all the way locked out. So those are things I'm looking for. Also, I'm looking to lift my knees up high. I don't do it as high as, like, say, somebody that's training to sprint or be a real sprinter or something like that. But nonetheless, I try and watch for little things. I do the same thing when I'm sprinting. I'm gonna focus on my technique. Yeah, first one was good. It's nice that it's nice and cool out today. The things that I'm looking for, a couple things, like I'm not trying to have my personal best time. So I have a little bit of a rolling start at the beginning. I don't feel the need to pull a hamstring. And then things that I'm looking for when I'm running, for me, I tend to stick my chest out. And I gotta kind of chest back in, stomach in, shoulders a little forward. The next thing is that I'm pushing down hard. And for me, it's usually my left knee, left leg. I have to really drive off that one. So those are little things I'm looking for. Besides just not crashing, I guess, is the other thing. There's twists and turns on this little course which make it interesting, but you also can't you have to make these turns at a pretty good speed, so keeps it interesting. Anyways, good first run. Can we be done now?
2 more? Or 3 more?
One more.
One more.
Yeah, one more. Oh gosh, it's getting bad now.
Don't you remember the days doing sports conditioning, Josh?
I never.
When you do like double days, you do practice all day, and then at the very end, they make you do like 12 huge sprints.
I've probably already told this story, but one time in high school, our baseball coach, we had lost, and he wasn't particularly happy about everyone's attitude. So the next day of practice, at the end of practice, he just had us running the bases, like full sprint, It'd be like one after another. Go, go. Like the whole way through the line. We did this, I don't know how long, I can't remember. And at one point, people started throwing up around home plate. Somebody's like, I really wish I hadn't had my Fruit Loops after school, before practice. I haven't eaten anything yet, and I'm glad I haven't. Woo. Oh, Willie, you spooked me. I came around the turn, I didn't know where you were.
That's a good candid shot, that's all.
Yeah. Well, that was the third sprint, and I was happiest with that one because I ran a little slower, but I was able to think about my run a little more. All right, Willie, your first sprint.
Yeah.
This should be easy, right?
Yeah, easy, yeah. I'll be all right. I feel like I'm, aside from a couple of injuries, I'm not in the worst shape, surprisingly, for how little I run around and stuff. I've been working as a teacher recently, and it doesn't really give you much time to work out, so I haven't been.
Whenever you are.
Right about now. There's another one there if you want, Josh.
How was your first run?
It's pretty good. It was surprisingly not bad.
Is there anything you'd do differently, or you were looking at that you would change?
I don't know, that one turn is pretty tight, and I feel like I was going to veer off the edge of it if I stayed at 100%. Okay. Hold, stand.
Were you happy
Arms.
with your technique, or were you able to pay attention?
Yeah, I was trying. I actually tried to listen to what he said and actually paid attention to my chest and shoulders. And it felt like it helped. I don't really know. I'm not an expert. I don't know what to compare it to, but
yeah. An important thing to do when you're doing this exercise is to run at about, it's kind of like hitting a ball in baseball. If you swing 100%, you can't really focus on your swing or develop your swing. You need to, when you hit a home run, you're usually hitting like 90, maybe 95% of your full swing. You're still in control. So if it's too much, if you're going 100%, you're going to be out of control. A little bit back from that, and you can think a little bit about what you're doing. And so that's kind of what I recommend. And then if you ever have to run 100%, if you've trained enough, hopefully those things will just happen naturally. I mean, that's kind of the idea. I've done 4 sprints so far. I feel great, so great in fact, that I'm gonna make a shorter sprint. I'm gonna do a shorter sprint here. The first 50 yards are basically flat, straight and flat, and there's one big long turn. We're gonna end up at the trailer on the road. So we're gonna roll this thing out and see how long it is. I think it's about 100 yards. I'll find out where 100 yards is and stop. It's just a nice change of pace. Wow, so it's like 100 feet basically to there. Interesting. So look who showed up. It's Joel, our brother Joel.
I look like Josh.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm brother Joel.
He's number 2.
Yeah. So he can film us racing.
Yeah, he's gonna film us racing. So here it is, 100 yards. When we get to this point, Willie and I are gonna race, and he's probably gonna kill me. Nice.
It was aiming probably 2 down.
Yeah. Really? Oh, as soon as it.
All right. Great job.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for Run With Us. Next time, we're not sprinting. So, hope you had a good time. See you next time on Run With Us.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more weekly content. And make sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified every time we post something new.